G'day crew, Aaron and Ninja here. Today we're taking you through a follow-along plyometric workout. So foot, ankle and Achilles. This is something that we've been doing ourselves in our gym classes for the last few months, and it kind of came about because I had like a nagging ankle injury and issue, and it kind of, I was doing heaps of strength work and sprinting still, but it really wasn't abating and it was still quite niggly, and it wasn't until I started to do a lot more jumping, hopping, skipping and these really intense plyometric workouts that it healed. So we think it's like a bit of a missing piece of the puzzle for people that are trying to rehab things and increase their performance. Like, even though I'm in this industry, I sprint, so I thought I was getting proper load through my joint, but it wasn't enough. I needed to do some applied stuff, which is what we're going to show you today. So we've broken it down into 3 phases. It's a follow along, so you're going to do it with us. You can press play whenever you want to do it. But we want to kind of stress that plyometrics are like the extreme end of exercise and strength and conditioning. So the actual stress on your joints and your tendons is quite extreme when you do this. So you kind of want to do a lot of strength work before you start plyometrics. But that's why we've broken it up into phases, because phase 1 you can probably kind of handle. You might be pretty sore, but if you want to be a good human mover and actually get back to running if you haven't for a while and get the most out of your tendons, yeah, it's a missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's it. Yeah,
it's good fun.
It. Yeah, and I suppose with this stuff too, you can lower the intensity by not jumping so hard, or not even really coming off the ground. You can manage it, so you can attempt this and see how your body responds, and still get some benefit. So, but we want you, don't go too hard too soon. Don't try and go the whole 16 exercises that we've got planned. But listen to your body and kind of get ticks for each phase perhaps, and then kind of see how you pull up over the next few days, and then maybe you can go into phase 2 or phase 3, wherever you're at.
So do you reckon to grade it, because you want to progressively overload exercises to grow and get better, so the time as well, maybe not 20 seconds like we're going to do today, you could do 5 or 10, and then the intensity and the height, isn't it?
Yep.
But I guess plyometric, the whole idea around plyometric is spending minimal time on the ground as a reactionary force. So like a normal jump like this, up, that's not a plyometric as such. You want a plyometric to be quite like not spending much time on the ground. So it's really creating the same movements that you're going to find in sport and things like that, and running and stuff like that. Impulse force.
Impulse force.
That's what we're looking for.
That a lot.
Yeah.
It's short forces. So when you kind of got longer forces on the ground, when you're starting, for instance, the forces are a lot longer in duration. So they're not as wear and tear on the body. But when you're kind of up at top speed with your sprints, those impulse forces are much sharper and more intense. So up to 6 times your body weight going through your ankle and foot, calf, Achilles.
It's amazing, isn't it, when you think about that, like a 50 kilo person, when they're sprinting on one leg, there's still 300 kilos going through that leg, that body. So it's quite incredible what we're able to do as humans. But this is a great precursor to being able to move really, really well.
Yeah, so it shows you that strength training alone to get back to playing sports is not enough.
Yeah,
it's how you move, and your efficiency through the ground, the landing phase, that is really important. And people that have done ankle and knee injuries, it's like the circuitry has been cut off a bit, and it needs to heal back, needs to flow through. So you need to find your original patterns again, your pure patterns. So you've got to do it consciously for a start. So you're kind of landing on your toes, not on your heels, perhaps. And then make that your pattern, your habit. So then when you're playing your game, you're not thinking about, I'll land on my toes, then push my bum back a little bit, absorb the force. You're just playing, So it's got to do this, and then it becomes your second nature of landing. So most people injure themselves in the landing or the deceleration phase of a movement. So if you can practice your deceleration, your landing, you're in much better state, and to be able to perform when you're out in the park, running, jumping, doing your thing.
Yeah, and you made a good point about, even though it's foot and ankles and Achilles we're working on today predominantly, there is a lot of stability of the hip and the knee happening as well, and a lot of force transference is probably a good way to put it, because you have to react quick. A lot of you probably out there will try these and actually feel like you haven't got the motor control of putting that intention into the ground. So actually learning how to hit the ground and move really fast, it really gets your nervous system fired up, and that's what makes you more springy, like a cat, you know what I mean? Because that's what you want to be able to do with your body and the fascia and how we move is springing and spring-loaded.
That's it.
Shall we do it, Ninj?
Yeah, let's go.
So let's go over to the board here. So we can see here, I think Leo's going to edit this video so it'll be up there, but we'll just show you the board here too. So 16 exercises, we're going to do 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. In the 20-second off break, we'll show you what the next exercise is. So phases, here. So phase 1 and 2, no equipment needed. Phase 3, you might need like a box, a plyometric box, and some bands, but we'll get there when we get there. Sounds good, eh?
Yep.
So
Play on tape, mate.
first we've got just a pogo. So we've got 10-second countdown. So with our jumping, always pushing off the forefoot, all right, the balls of your feet. So this is what it looks like to start with.
Whoa.
Ready?
Microphone's
2,
going nuts.
1, let's go. So you can see, very short impulse force. Stiff-legged, we're not letting our knees bend at all. And yeah, once you get the hang of it, you can kind of go for height here. But when you're starting out, it's just going to be
Like this.
nice and short like this. Beautiful. Rest. So next, similar movement, but it's just going to be a little kind of scissor. So forward, back, like that. We've got a bit of time though. So this is when you just chill out, get the heart rate back down, tap your legs a little bit, check in with how you're feeling.
So we're going for quality here, so getting good amount of rest.
2, 1, let's go. Remember, short little steps, forward and back, going for a little more height rather than width. Rest.
That was good.
Woo!
That was good.
The next one similar again, just adding a twist in. So you're getting
Phone's not making a noise.
a little bit of change of direction. You'll be right.
Yeah.
How we feeling? Feeling good?
Follow along. Get up off your chair.
2, 1, let's go. Twist and shout.
Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Let's twist again, like we did last year. I don't know how the song goes. Twist and shout. This one's good for mobility through your
Yeah, a bit of torsion.
lower back as well.
Woo!
So yeah, the front, this top half sort of stayed facing the same direction all the time, but the bottom part of your body moved.
So now back to normal pogos again, but forward and backwards. We've got a little bit of movement happening now, okay? So need a bit of space in your house. 2, 1, let's go.
We might just do like 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
5 forward, 5 back.
Still a stiff knee. See how there's no sinking in my knees at all, our knees. Very stiff. Into the ground. Rest.
So that one just changed the forces. So you got some horizontal force as well as
Yeah.
a vertical one. So it just makes it that little bit more complex. Something to stimulate your body to learn how to land going forwards and backwards, which we do in sports.
Sideways now, guys.
Yep. Might as well face each other. What do you reckon?
Okay.
That'd be nicer.
Let's go.
Stay with ya. That's it. So lateral forces, overcome the lateral forces is an important thing for sports.
Guys like us that have a history of knees.
Yeah.
And rest. So that's phase 1 done, guys. So I might just quickly pause it there. So if you're new to this, just put a cue in the rack there. Another day, in a couple of days' time, once you figure out how much rest you need from that. Some people need a lot of rest, some people don't. But yeah, it's quite a lot of physical stress through the body, but also stress on the nervous system as well. You might be pretty taxed after that because it's just something that not many of you are used to. So now what phase 2 is a little bit more on one leg. So replicating running and sprinting and landing, jumping in sports and things like that, okay? Because we're not kangaroos. If we're kangaroos, we're happy doing this, you know? Kangaroos don't need to think about being on one leg. So what we got first here, Ninja, is a low knee skip.
Low knee skip.
So we
Forwards
might
and
actually
backwards.
take a bit more time with this one explaining it because it's a bit
Yeah.
more complex, isn't it? Do you want to demonstrate just quickly?
Yeah, so it's like the running action as well. So you got to coordinate your arms and your legs. So kind of, we only want a low knee. So it's all about kind of that ground phase. So you want to point our toe down and make sure that the feet are hitting the ground first. And with these ones, our heels don't actually touch. It's same with the pogos. Your heels never touch the ground. So you're absorbing the forces. That's where the shock absorption is when we can kind of go like that with our foot, spread it out. So
Like our heels haven't touched the ground on any exercise yet.
Yep.
All right. So low knee skip, guys. We've got 15 seconds. Probably could have kept the clock rolling. Let's freshen up again. If it's your first time doing phase 2, welcome.
yeah. Yeah. So you get your coordination going, and yeah, just low knee. So
Let's
go.
go.
High knee next. Backwards.
See if you can coordinate the arms as well. Get used to spending time on that one leg, guys, that little 2-step. See, there's 2 steps on each foot there. Good. High knee skip, similar thing. So but just high knees, and then you really want to emphasize like a hammer hitting a nail on that downward phase.
Yeah. Little skip in between, a little hop.
Little
in between.
double.
So you put your foot down, then a little hop on it, and get your arms going.
Nice. Scissor jump, one of our favourites, Ninja.
We love it.
Little box here, fingers to the ground, jumping up and changing, okay?
Yeah, maybe go forwards, I'll go side on view.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So feet aren't far apart. We get a good jump here. If you're new to it, maybe do a smaller jump, or just move your feet, change the position of them. Let's get a bit higher. So a little bit more time on the ground, but as soon as you get to touch your ground, yeah, hands on the ground, jump up.
Rest. Next one, jump, lunge to squat. So you're in a lunge,
the Jace.
into a squat, into a lunge on the other side. Whew.
Jump, lunge, squat.
Jump, lunge, squat. 2, 1, let's go. Squat, lunge, squat,
So change.
lunge.
So make sure you land on your toes. Toes before the heels. Taxes the old bacon and eggs.
Oh.
Done that. Good one.
So now it's just hopping on one leg, left and right. First time we've just focused on a single leg here.
Go left first.
Yep. 2, 1.
Go wherever you're at. It's pretty short duration. Don't bend your knee much, the one that's on the ground.
Rest.
20 seconds.
She's a burner.
20 seconds is a bit harder than what you would perceive. Gotta do this stuff. Just watching it, mirror neurons are good, but doing it's even better. So you gotta get up.
Knowledge versus experience.
Yeah. Direct experience.
Right leg.
Direct wisdom, yeah.
Let's go.
Start off strong, don't you?
Deteriorates quick.
Yeah, after that 10 seconds, I reckon you try and get a bit of accuracy as well. What kind of right knee's what you did too, is it?
Yep.
So we've both got a right knee history.
Oh.
But it's pretty good now, but it can still be not quite as
A
strong.
little bit niggly.
And we've got one more, the skater.
Skater.
So here.
Yeah.
And you got to do more of a jump one.
Yeah, a bit of more air.
A bit more air
Trying to
time.
get some air on it.
Right. So you can do the lateral.
Let's go. I'll go when you go. That's it.
Whoa, this is a dance. Look at this. So whatever foot's on the ground, other hand up, like a running action.
Nice, guys. Phase 2 done. Have a breather. It's good for us to have a breather too, isn't it?
Yeah. Like,
Shake it out a little bit.
going to come over here. It's got some
4
jumping.
exercises to go.
4 more. First one is the old classic broad jump. I might as well show you.
Demonstrate for us, Ninja.
Yeah, so you kind of work out just how far you can kind of jump. So I'm here, and what I want to do is jump and stick it like that. And then you kind of work out, okay, and jump a bit further. Boom! Stick it.
Do you want to, that's moving a little bit. I was wondering, do you want to jump on from there so it doesn't move on you?
Oh, that's
Should be right.
I just want to match you.
Yeah, okay. All right, we got 16 seconds. We'll get the clock going.
Yeah.
Broad jump to start, guys. The horizontal, as Ninj said before.
Horizontal. And then the landing is really important. Overcome those forces.
Stick it, eh? Stick it.
Sticky. Sports.
2, 1, let's go.
Yeah, get those ankles loaded. We're in sync, bro.
One more.
One more, yep.
Rest. Box jump.
Good old box jump.
Stick it, stand up.
Stick it, stand up.
Jump back down,
backwards.
stick it.
If you can, if you coordinate enough. You can go lower on these boxes. Just depends where we're at. We've got a 30-inch box here.
Let's go, man.
Stand up. Jump back. Up. Stand up. See how we're using our arms? One more. We might.
Depth drop. So this is probably the hardest one of the lot, the depth drop. We're going to do right and left. And yeah, in terms of the taxing nature on your body, this is the hardest because you're really absorbing a force from height and then straight away going into a plyo. All right, so with this one, like Ninja said, just go the lowest box just while you're learning.
Yep. So how it's done.
11 seconds,
So yeah.
10 seconds.
So we're going to go 10
Here.
seconds for right or something like that.
Hands on your hip, right leg off. As soon as your foot lands, use your arms, propel up. 2, 1, let's go. Stick it.
Right.
Stick. Go left now.
Left. Left, my wife in New Orleans. 25
One more. Big one, Ninja. Woo!
One more, okay.
One more.
One more. Right. Hit the ground up. And our
Last one, guys. So we'll show you this one too. Just pause it. Don't stop, Leo. Like, banded.
Which one do you want?
Yeah, go that one. I'll go this one. So this is interesting. This is like an assisted jump. So what this one really is it's actually opening up your neurology to what's possible. Because our brain's only used to our physics being able to jump so high. But when you do an assisted jump, you're actually using the force of the band to help you jump higher. So the jumping feels easier and you go higher. So it's getting your brain to open its mind to what's possible. To be like oh, he can jump higher, or we can jump higher than that. So it's kind of just creating new connections within our nervous system. So grab a band like so. Ninja, you want to just demonstrate a little bit?
It takes you a couple of jumps to get used to it, then you just really go for it.
Heap of tension in. So he hits and pulls at the same time that he's hitting the ground. You see how much higher he's going there? Good, have a rest, bro. Have a rest. Don't attack yourself too much. So last one, guys. 10 seconds. Woo! Finish off strong, guys.
Love it. 3, 2, 1. Quick contact. Gas is up. Keep going. Come on. Come on.
And rest. That's a killer, isn't it?
Whoa.
Thanks for joining us, guys. So use this as a resource ongoing. Yeah, you've broken it down into 3 phases. As soon as you can do all 3, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Just once a week is probably enough, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can even sprinkle in some phase 1s if you want some extra. But make sure if you're new to this, make sure you follow phase 1. Get really good at that for a month.
Yeah.
Then go on from there.
Yeah, it's really important you don't skip steps because you could hurt your calf, Achilles, or a foot because you're loading it up so greatly. Because we said like 6 times your body weight when you're sprinting flat out. When you're doing these real high intensity pogos and things like that, 1-footer stuff especially, lots of your body weight is going through your ankle, foot, and into the ground. So yeah, Don't want you to hurt yourself. So just honor the system, step by step, build it. Don't try and jump to the step 10. So you might end up in tears. So we don't want that.
Thanks, guys. It could be the missing piece to what you're looking for to increase your performance and get rid of your foot, Achilles, and ankle pain too.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy.
Done.
Bye.